difference ya BOS na chalk huwa zinaniconfuse kidogo. Okay, so wacha nikuexplain the difference ya BOS na chalk. So let's say market structure was going this way. Creates a, and then this demand fails. So basically you would have expected to see this demand react, but ikakutolea a failed reaction unlike the others. So if you see these ones, so there was this one, and so there was this zone. So you see this market structure, iko inatuonyesha it's bullish, inaenda juu. And so for instance, the first chalk was this one, so it had confirmed to you it's going up. Definitely utapata ili break a swing point hapa, an internal point or something ndio anze kuonyesha, or like this one. Basically utaona this high was taken out, ikaformia chalk, basically a change of character, and it's the same thing you can see on this one. It's a change of character. Personally you expect a reaction on the demand, it goes up, but there was a failed reaction kwa hiyo demand. So what happened? The demand failed, forming a chalk, or you can call it a market structure shift, to put it in simpler terms. Hata ni focus walifunza hapo watu wanasema hivyo. So these are BOS and these are BOS, because the market had confirmed we are going up, as in your trend ilikuwa in some form of repetition. But you see these are market structure shift, also this one's a market structure shift, and then it got broken, then BOS, got broken, BOS, and then it shifted, and this was a change of character when this demand failed. And so probably you would have been left out with a supply here. If it comes back to it, mitigates it. If this swing low tatolewa, it will have confirmed for you a break of structure, basically just like that. So that becomes a break of structure. It's the same thing ili happen wapi, was it GJ? There was a market structure shift, so tutaangalia hapo kwa GJ. So hopefully nimejaribu kukueleza in the simplest way possible. Bro, kuna difference ya liquidity sweep na BOS. Okay, liquidity sweep, yeah, there's a difference. So an example of a liquidity sweep is this one over here. This one, it's up liquidity. This is a liquidity sweep, and this is a BOS. The swing high was taken out, so you can see the swing highs are being taken out. So let's say this was a market structure shift, and then it formed a high. So what would you expect? The high to be taken out, confirming the market in a trend kuendelea juu. So this was a BOS, and this was a liquidity sweep, and then it rallied above. So that's the difference between liquidity sweep and BOS. Okay, I guess tunaweza anza sasa. Naona watu si wengine wako sherehe probably, so chani clear this. So hii wiki my first trade, let us start with the loser trades first before to the winner trades. Bad news, then good news. The bad news is I lost a trade on EU hii wiki. It was on Monday in the evening. I was trying to short EU on a 5-minute zone, and it happened that I took an L. So where was it? So this was Monday, yeah, Monday around here. So on Monday, so let me get rid of this Amanda Achata. Should I? Yeah, let me leave it. So Monday, it was around somewhere here in the evening. So around here I had seen a pullback, and so on the 5-minute zone, because it was a 5-minute zone, wait, where was it? No, it wasn't there, it was here. On Monday I had seen this zone imereact hapo juu, and there was this supply that was left out hapa, yeah, supply. So it had confirmed to me a market structure shift, but not yet a break of structure. So this was a market structure shift. So personally, I wanted to short the market, and my stop loss was just above there, and my target was this swing low. And so this was nilikuwa nimeona nika liquidity sweep hii hapa, and so little did I know I was the liquidity waiting to be swept. So price ilikam, nilikuwa nimeongoja, got triggered, ika react, and then boom, I got taken out. And even ndo siku trade EU hiyo wiki, and I didn't come back kuangalia trades zingine za EU basically because I was taken out hapa. So this was a -1R on the EU, and there was plenty of opportunities kwa hii EU, but my mind haikukuwa hapo, haikukuwa personally hapo. So that was a -1R, and most of you guys will be wondering mbona nimemark hii zone. So the reason I marked that zone, the one there was that sweep, and there was a demand left out behind on the 1 hour, and so I was expecting price react hapa since ilikuwa imeni take out from the supply there, so ilikuwa imeacha a breaker OB. So price didn't come back, and it played around. So kwa wenye wananijua, mi basically spendagi ku trade sideways markets. So markets was na move on the sideways. So watch na nileka kitu ina record. Yeah, still recording. So basically I don't like trading markets zina range, but there were chances. So I saw this, there's that zone, took out that high, and so in here on this week's, I think there was an OB. So these weeks, but personally siku trade ini watu wana trading ALS. So ALS basically walijua vile wali trade siku ingia lower time frame only. Yeah, this was the zone in the weeks. So the Asian low was taken out, so definitely you would be aiming for the Asian high. So it went ahead and rallied above, so it left out another zone down here. But hii yote nilikuwa na watch, siku trade basically you, because nilikuwa najua this consolidation moves I don't like them. So back to the 1 hour. So this zone was it was a significant zone because ilikuwa liquidity pile up, so mitigation. So I definitely nilijua hapa kutakuwa na another mitigation, but time ya news this week nilisema sita trade news. So time ya news we had that, it happened, and I don't know if it came back and mitigated it. So ilienda juu. When was this? Thursday. Yeah, it didn't mitigate this, but there was an OB inside here, and so this is an OB that I'll be looking at also, unmitigated. So I think he'll mitigate something hapa. 10 minutes. Yeah, this zone ili mitigate ya GU ndio ilikuwa more clearer. So this was the zone that it mitigated. It came back and reclaimed the same order block, but this extreme one was better, this one, and imechukua kwa 20. The reason siku over refine it's because sometimes you miss trades when you over refine your order block. That's why saa zingine hata kama ni daily na nikidrop kwa vitu ka 2 hours 1 hour sipati kitu, heri niache kwa daily and I wait for mitigations. And so after news definitely there has to be pullback because there was an expansion and then it consolidated. So nilikuwa na expect pullbacks from the news. I think hapo juu we had something Asia ilikuwa imejiform, Asian range, and this was a zone nilikuwa naangalia. So this was a zone nilikuwa naangalia. So there was this low ilikuwa taken out, so nilikuwa nataka kuona ikitry ku sweep liquidity and then it drop ikienda chini. And so did it happen? No, it did not happen. So kulikuwa na hiyo and then it mitigated it. So kama nakumbuka there's sometimes back nilikuwa naambiaga wase so kila saa price itakuwa ina nini inachukua Asian high, sometimes inaweza kuja midpoint ya hiyo Asia and then mitigate something on the midpoint na ikaenda. And this nilianza kuiona from there was a day that I traded USD CHF before buys, and so hapo ndo nilianza kufanya case study yake, and so it went well. It trade target would have been this zone, the 15 minutes, can I see it? Target would have been these zones, so I never took that trade juu it did put me off. And so since niliona hiyo mitigation there was this other mitigation over here of that zone, and so the other zone that was left behind was this zone. It was at a more discounted position, and so since ilikuwa ma Friday na nilikuwa nimeweka trade moja ya EJ, so sijui kama it tagged it and sijui vile iliendelea. So yeah, the market imefika hapo ili tag, because the reason sikutaka kuweka trade ni kwa sababu unaweza kaamka ukapata market imefunguka na gap because of activities ina happen during the weekend, so niliachana nayo. So definitely I'll be watching this low. If this low gets taken out, I'll be finding an entry and itakuwa tuna target this zone or probably the extreme supply, and also this zone over here kwa 1 hour. The reason I'm watching that zone, those two zones, it's because hiko at equilibrium basically. So for our kwenye equilibrium ni discount pricing. So if you take your fib tool, so for this instance I'll use the gun box. If I take my gun box, measure the high to the low, you see iko equilibrium midpoint, and so ndakuwa na ongoja kuona if it forms a structure inataka ku sell off Monday ama Tuesday, I will take the trades and I'll target this one. If this demand fails, I will continue targeting this demand over here, because this is a high probability demand. There was a liquidation and then there was a break of structure, it reacted and then a break of structure, and so what I'll be targeting is the swing high hapa. Currently site tumeona dollar iko weak, that's what's happening kwa fundamentals. So this is something that I'll be watching if it takes out this low. So my trading range ni that high and the low. So apparently the lows have been taken out and the high, they're still intact, so that means the highs are strong. So there's that. So market structure shift, chalk market structure shift, and then there's a BOS, and then there's this low over here. So basically that's what I'll be watching on the EU, and if it decides to go up, I'll be looking for a demand in here probably. If it takes out the swing high, that is, I'll be looking at that zone. So 10 minutes I guess there might be, yeah, I'll be looking inside this zone for a reaction to the upside to not mitigate the daily demand, daily supply, sorry, not a demand but a supply, this daily supply, because price is being attracted to it. So that's what I'll be targeting, and probably my first target will be this swing high and the internal swing high. Yeah, so that's what I have on EU. So for hours you can watch this zone quite significant. Hii hapa liquidity for me, that's all kwa nimeweka hiyo. It's an internal swing low, it's a swing low yenye ni very significant to me because there's a small pocket of imbalance and demand left behind. Kulikuwa na supply hapa ndani yenye ilifail, so this demand ilikuwa wapi? Ilikuwa hapa yenye ilifail, so there was that reaction and then traders were induced to push to the upside. Yeah, so I'll be looking at that zone. So that's my thoughts on EU. Second trade I took was Euro GBP. Euro GBP, you need to have favorite your focus. How will you know liquidity has been swept? Well, okay, so Euro GBP, I still have a trade running on Euro GBP, so I'll come to it. So that was the zone. When was Monday? Monday was here somewhere. Monday, yeah. So that was Monday. So let me get rid of this. I hate getting rid of my stuff that I'm watching, but it's okay, I'll do it for you guys. This one and this one and this one. So there was a clean market structure hapa. So there was this zone, yeah, there was this break of structure. I think on the 1 hour was more clearer. So back to the 1 hour, it was more clearer. So the first thing I saw was this market structure shift over here, took out that equal low, and then there was this zone that the demand failed from going to the upside. This demand over here really failed. So, and there was the reason hii demand nilikuwa naona iko poa ilikuwa the previous week, because there was this point over here, the soft liquidity, and so ilikuwa imeconfirm inataka kuendelea because the market structure ilikuwa imeonyesha you're bullish. So your demand will fail, so I won't focus on your wiki. And so there was this low over here. This was the low that I was looking to target, and so there was a zone here that had been left out from I think if I mark this weeks over here, that week hivyo yuko kwa lower time frame, sitaki kurudia wiki, and so nikaachiwa a zone over here like that. And so I was watching this low and waiting to see how it will react, because also there was a demand in here that had failed because there was a liquidation I think somewhere inside. Oh here ilikam ka take out. That's why unaonaga saa zingine naambiaga wase spendagi break of structure yenye ma wicks zimepoke above, napenda with a body close. So zimepoke wicks, I don't like it. So hiyo demand ili fail, and so I was left out with this zone. So acha niweke a more clear color. I was left out with that zone, and so price ika play out vizuri, and the low was taken out. And so my new swing low was this swing low over here, and this swing high. And so there was this one also, so I'll mark this one as the major swing high. So my trading range was that, and so price came, and so before price ifike nilikuwa nimetuma hii setup kwa group, and focus akaniambia it's best if you put your SL above the high. So I had a 25 pip SL 250. My entry ilikuwa something 80 I guess in there. My SL ilikuwa hapo juu, and I was looking to target this one. Reason nilikuwa naona it might clear out liquidity and then it might drop to the downside, so my target was that one. And so price came and ika react vizuri as I expected, kutoa liquidity, and focus alikuwa ameniambia if angeingia around somewhere hapa juu ama closing of this OB. So kwa group muliona, so it came and ikaanza ku dance around, and I closed around 3/4 I catch a quarter, so still it was a loser trade for me. It dropped kidogo and then rallied above, taking out my SL, so I didn't take that trade. So on Friday, so when was this was Thursday, so Friday, so when was this? Still Friday. So Friday nikaona hii momentum to the downside, and so nika drop into the lower time frame, which was 3 minutes good after entries. So niliona nini? At first I saw Asian high was taken out, and then the Asian low. So acha nizime hii, and I saw this low had been taken out, and niliona pia demands zilikuwa zina fail. First demand was this one, niliona ime fail hii hapa. Second demand was this one over here, that one, and another demand was this one over here, yeah, that one. So hizo demands niliona zime fail, market structure shift, and then break of structure, and so nikaanza kufuata to the order flow of vile price ilikuwa ina play. So I saw something here, the demand failed, and then this was a bearish breakup. So price ika trade into it, ikaenda ika react from this demand, but ili fail to take out the high, and so I was left out with this supply over here. So hiyo supply nikaona imekuwa mitigated, and so there was another supply left here, which was this one. And so niliongoja kuchoka, so nilikuwa nimeona ikiwa hapa mahali, so niliongoja kuchoka, nikaenda kona money maybe, but nilikuwa nimeacha entry yangu hapo, and then my stop loss was above this high hapa, so it was around a 40 pip stop loss hapo. And then my target was nilikuwa nimeona liquidity hapa mahali, is it 10 minutes, yeah, target yangu ilikuwa hapa chini. What was I targeting? I was targeting this demand over here. So my target was on that liquidity that was formed over here. So this was liquidity over there, liquidity, and there was an imbalance. So right there, it was a 10-hour trade, so down here. So that was my target, and I'll answer your question, guys. So let me talk about the things that I failed. And so price ikacheza, nikaingoja, nikakuwa mitigated. Okay, nikaacha price play, mi nikarudi kulala. So ikarudi juu, ikaliquidate, and then ikaendelea kwenda chini, and then kulikuwa na news za consumer inaitwaje, Michigan consumer sentiment. Hizo news ka play hapo around, and then boom, nikapata trade yangu iko poa, ina run vizuri, and so currently it's running there. So that was my winner trade. So Sitecoin to winner trades. So that was my winner trade. Sasa inacheza around 7.48 hour. So my total target ni hapa chini, 10 hour trade hapo chini. So partials nilichukua kabla hata market ifunge, and so stop loss iko break even. Yeah, because niko nasema if it takes out this low, I'm moving my sales direct to break even. So this was a significant zone for me. So this was the last trade of the week here hapa. Yeah, so that's what I'm watching kwa EG. So if this demand fails, I have a 1 hour demand huku chini, because his zone ndio liquidate hizi zones ziko hapa. So I'll be watching that zone. So I'll be waiting for confirmation. But if it fails, there's another 1 hour demand. Is it 1 hour money, 4 hour? Yeah, 4 hour demand hapa chini that I'll be looking at. This demand was left after price reacted on this flip inside here, ile nilikuwa nimeonyesha on last week, and also I think your demand nearly left out. So I'll be watching that zone for a reaction on price. So currently that's what I had on EG. It was a winner trade, and the next trade, my favorite trade of the week, was Audi JPY. So let me go back and answer your questions. Let me go back and answer your questions. What makes a demand or supply fail? Well, what I can say, what makes, probably uko ndani ya liquidity, or probably sometimes ni news, but for one thing for sure, if you just follow the market structure, itakupatia the best demands kuingia, choosing the right demands kuingia. I think ukienda kwa YouTube ya Focus alikuwa ameongea kuhusu demands and supplies, zile zina hold, zile zina fail, alikuwa ameongea kuhusu hizo zote. So demands sometimes they do fail. Probably sometimes umeingia kwa liquidity zones. So if you don't see the liquidity, you become the liquidity. So Friday, Monday. So hii trade nilikuwa nimeongoja since December 23rd or what, when was it? 23rd, yeah, December 23rd huko ndo nilikuwa nimeongoja hii trade. It came back, reacted on a daily supply, and still nikarudi chini, but my main area was here. This was early sellers. These were early sellers. Walikuwa wamesell mapema. How do you know they were early sellers? You see, it failed to take out the low, and so how to identify imbalance. Okay, perfect. Okay, so early sellers waliingia hapa. It had filled the daily supply, but for me nilikuwa nimeona ni early sellers, so the daily ndio hiyo, but for me it was early sellers, and so I still waited. Limit yangu ilikuwa, so kuna mtu ameuliza how do you find imbalance or fair value gap. Imbalance is usually based on three candlesticks, three institutional. You can see there's this these are high over there, actually the closing of this and the opening of this candlestick, that was an imbalance, a very big one, a very big imbalance, and so that's why you saw it reacted and it came back to our bearish order block, and so this was an imbalance. So tuangalie imbalance wapi tena, the downside. Another imbalance ni hii, there's no fine pricing at fine. There's no fine pricing. That's a gap. So those are imbalances. So the market has to trade back and balance these zones. Okay, na record. It's recording. So the market has to always trade back and ijaribu ku make the market equal balanced. So that means the market is not yet balanced. So since there was a huge imbalance huku juu and we had an OB, so this OB was left behind during news time. And so my entry ilikuwa midpoint. Nilikuwa at first nilikuwa na entry at 700, but I thought it was nilikuwa na SL kubwa, and then I came back and had my entry at 91,800, and I think it was a 30 pip stop loss above the high, and my target was this low over there, that low. And so Monday ilifunguka and nikaona momentum inakam nayo, ilikuwa poa. I got triggered in, price ika play around, ika pull back tena juu. So basically vile ili pull back, it was going to mitigate something on this week's over here. It's going to mitigate something on those weeks. So those weeks were of significance, but sikuingia re-entry because nilikuwa nisha manage risk yangu, na I think that one trade was enough for me. And so it came back, mitigated hizo weeks, kwa hizo weeks it came back, mitigated, and then price ikaanza drop to the downside. So kuna wase wenye wanaogopaga re-entry, so there was a re-entry inside these weeks. So probably if I go to the 30 minutes, yeah, this was the zone. I think at 20, that zone after 15 minutes it was visible. So it was a 15-minute zone over here. And so kwa wale wenye wanaogopaga re-entry, so you see the Asian high was taken out, so this would have been a nice re-entry for you to swing this trade. So it came back, mitigated. So for me sikutaka kuingia tena, nilikuwa naona hiyo ndio over risk. Mi kwa wale mnaonaga kwa group mkifollow the way I trade, principles zangu inakuwaga 1:1. I won't over risk and I won't under risk. So risk was managed kwangu. So it came back, took out the Asian high, mitigated, and then it pushed ikienda chini. So that was the trade that I took kwa EG. So it was a winner trade for me. And so another thing I saw was this low. It was significant market structure shift, and also this one over here, it was taken out, and so we were left out with another zone over here. I left out with that zone, and so you can see what I've taught you: imbalance. There's one pocket of imbalance inside here. So there's a small pocket of imbalance inside there. So that zone, wacha niangalie kuna Asian liquidity in there. Yeah, there's that Asian liquidity, but I would expect it to go the high and iendelee, just like this one, pops out and then iendelee. So I'll enter with confirmations pia kwa hiyo, because it's a risky place since bado haija take out these lows for me. It hasn't taken out those lows. How to identify SVG? So msa FVG nimeku gusia entry ya EG, the 3 types. Okay, ndakuonyesha. So ili form a markets. These are internal structures. So this was an internal low, and also this one, and so price ili take out. Still hiyo trade yangu ya hii ina run, still I'm inside it, but next week namja nikumbusha kupitia fundamentals. So next week kuna BOJ, I think interest rate decision, kuna inflation, forex factory. So kuna news next week. So currently price imefika hapa, and so these are internal structures kwa taken out, but not significant structures kama hii. Nataka kuona this low being taken out because this liquidity for me. Yeah, so Monday I hope itafunguka vizuri. So wacha niangalie the fundamentals. So next week, this is last week, so from date 16 to 16 to date 20. Next week basically. So next week on the yen pairs kuna huge news coming. So there's that BOJ outlook report, and then monetary policy statement, in interest rate zao bado ziko negative because inflation yao iko chini kidogo, and then kuna press conference, and then kuna nini nyingine bado, I think kuna hii nini ya JPY. Yeah, ni hizo. So I'll be looking at these 3 easy hapa, 1 2 3. I'll be looking at this yen, so itakuwa on Wednesday, and also on Wednesday then nitakuwa naangalia so it is quite important for the yen pair. So hiyo ndo fundamental ya yen pair next week. And so the next trade I took was GJ. It was the same kama hii hapa. Still I'm inside the trade. Hopefully I'm waiting for it to take out this swing low. So there was that market structure shift. So Monday, Friday, Monday. So Monday the same thing ilikuwa hivyo. I had watched out for this zone kwa naona price ina react, but it pushed through, ikakam kanipea reaction, and so you would have just done the same thing. Mimi niliingia na a risk entry around something 200 hapa. Come on. So chana hiyo shit, jimbo inatokezea. Nilikuwa nayo around something 200, 161 200. Stop loss yangu was above the high, ilikuwa kubwa ya sell yangu ilikuwa hapa tight. Hebu ngoja nichukue nini ya mouse yangu imeanza kuplay around hapa. And so that was my entry hapo. Sell yangu ilikuwa quite big, but nilimanage risk after nimeona price inaendelea kwenda chini. So same thing happened here, confirmation entry. So what did I see? Price ilipush chini, Asian liquidity mitigated something on this week's. Came back, so ungekuwa triggered. So the same thing ili happen, took out the Asian high, and so trend ilikuwa iendelee. So ungeingia hapo, then re-entry ingine, stops above the high, and then price ili drop to the downside. Ili play around before it took, and then it pushed to the downside, and so it can form a market structure shift on a significant low, which was this low, and ikapush chini, and same thing kama ile Audi JPY and OB, but I want to see this low ikiwa taken out. If it's not taken out, this price might rally and take out these zones, kuja kwa this extreme OB over here. So I want to see it taking out this low so that I can validate this zone. If it doesn't, I won't validate this zone. I'd rather enter with confirmations. So till then I'm not taking that trade until ama ninge na confirmations, mitigates, shows me it wants to go lower time frame, and then we target whatever needs to be targeted. But for now nime mitigate wana wa OB ya kina Leonard. So nilikuwa natua wa OB hapa, sikuwa ni buy, I was just to watch it in here kwa hizo weeks. On those weeks those are two wa OB. Here it is, that wa OB, so it was induced. So I think price inaichezea, so price might use it kufuel kwenda chini, so I'll be watching it also. So naweza ongeza hapo limit kadogo ni take out hilo, so probably 20 minutes. Yeah, I can watch for this low or probably a structure jiform. So tunaona ndio supply, so niliwaambiaga supply huwa inajiform kwa hizi zones, so ina react from that supply. So watu wenye waliingia hii kitu, they might hopefully wali consider this small supply, they might be induced kwa hii buys up. So there was this supply left out, na ndio unaona tulikuwa tuna discuss na Gentleman na pia umsanaitwaje Haron. So it was the same thing. So these are flip supply left behind, so you can see my mitigate. So I'll be watching that zones. If it doesn't, there's also this other zone over here. Yeah, important. There's two zones important. Can mitigate this one or this one, depends. But if they do fail, re-entry tunaenda tukichukua ile high iko huko juu. So hiyo supply yao ni wana supply, it was mitigated over here, this one. And so what is lying beneath huko chini, it is liquidity. So market lazima it will take out the easy money basically. Ile money tu inaonekana very easy, it's the one that will be taken out. So they might be induced, they might be, I won't say they will be, they might be induced. So that's my outlook on GJ. And so the other trade I took was on which one? I think it's on the trades nilichukua. The other one was a stock market. And so yeah, GJ, you can look on that. So nimewapatia forecast yeah, weekly what you can expect, that one and wacha niongeze setup moja GBP CHF. This one iko kwa watch list yangu. So GBP CHF, what I saw was a mitigation of I think was it 4-hour daily. This is the 4 1 day. It was a daily zone. Yeah, this daily zone, I only marked the opening, which was there, and the closing. So I looked at the price action. Nikaona there was a pullback, and then you can see there's this supply over here, a daily supply, and that's an imbalance inside there. And so since it failed to take out here low, price might rally above, taking out also this high over here, because that's our major swing high at the moment. Because you can see market structure, this demand was mitigated, not fully but kidogo. That one, it was mitigated, so there's fine price action, took out this high mitigation, but ili fail kuchukua. So I'll be looking at this, it might take out this high. And so kwa GBP CHF on the 4-hour, I had structures. So this was liquidity, almost equal highs. So hii ndio kitu ndasemaga, almost equal highs. And so there's this zone, first zone and the second zone. First zone iko na imbalance, both of them ziko chini ya equilibrium. So there's also this imbalance over here. So there's this swing low. So you can see the swings, the low, higher low, and highs are being raided. So if I enter this zone ya kwanza and then get a confirmation, I would love to see something like this to the up, and then I take out that high. Or probably I can attempt to swing taking out these swing highs, but nacheza na stop loss, trailing stop loss. But I prefer targeting low lying fruits kama hizi. And so that's the first thing I'll watch. So if I take my fib tool, high to the low, both are at discounted pricing, and zote ziko valid. So and next week kuna fundamentals GU. There's a climate count change in your employment, wanaangalia vile employment iko, I guess. I think climate count change na employment, yeah. And then there's this GD, you know, that's China. There's this BOE, ni kama Powell wao takuwa naongea. So hiyo ni Bank of England, your governor wao will be speaking. And also same week, do you have anything on GU? No, there won't be so much on GU. Yeah, so since there won't be so much, I'll be looking at this setup. So muangalie GBP CHF, be on the lookout for this. And so this zone is on ya 1 hour, siji 2 hours ama 1 hour, 2 hours zone, both of them ziko nini. So niko worried about this zone, liquidity over here, so I'm worried about that also. That's why I said nitaingia na confirmation. And also there's this one for position mzuri also. So it took out the Asian low, then it traded up, and so his zone iko valid because it was the last consolidation before it take out this swing high and this swing high over here. Yeah, so those zones are valid. Yeah, I think my work is done here. I think focus on endelea. What else do I have? Nothing on gold. AU, nothing. GU, the last thing ndaangalia next week ni GU. I think sina anything else. So if you have a question, unaweza fungua. I'll be waiting for the BOJ announcements. Yeah. Most of these things BOJ, hata mimi last time nilimiss, nilikuwa nimelala. So guys on the GU, watch out hii area yenye focus alikuwa amewambia hapa. Hii zone, this is a breaker. Watch out for a reversal. Probably price opens up, so watch out for a reversal kitarget huku chini kwa hii zone hapa. It's a nice zone. So when walikuwa wanauliza uta identify aje liquidation, kuna msali kama uliza kitu kwa hiyo liquidation. Where is it? Msali kama uliza something about liquidity sweep. Ndo hii. So liquidity sweep ni kama hii. You see, liquidity was swept and then ikaenda juu. So kidogo. So this was a liquidity sweep hapa. and then another liquidity sweep hapa chini before the buys happened. So 2 liquidity sweeps. So ukimaki weeks utapata kulikuwa na OB, so you see there was a consolidation and then ikasweepiwa. It reacted on a daily zone, generally ilikuwa a daily zone, and probably I would have taken this zone over there. I would have taken that zone hivyo. So yeah, I would have taken that zone, but siku trade, so I'll be waiting to see reactions on this zone. Probably we see buys to the daily, cause he may react kwa daily. It reacted on a daily zone, so I think I touched on it the last time, and so these are internal structures zimekuwa taken out. And kwa wale walikuwa naulizaga kuhusu flip OBs, naona pia ilikuwa flip OB, so meaning a supply ili fail hapa ndani, which was of significant if I mark these weeks. So hizi weeks hapa ndani, so a supply was left out, got used, and then kenda chini, because you can see this was a good zone, ilikuwa inaenda ikitrend chini, so ikareact, so price ramped through it and ikaja a demand hapa, and so it was used. Yeah, so hizo ndio niko nazo for next week. I won't be trading gold ndo achia, focus at our pair setup. Mimi sina setup ya gold, so I'll be watching AJ, GJ, because next week tuko na fundamentals zao, AJ, GJ na nyingine GBP chef na Euro USD na EG. So kuna mtu alikuwa anasema kuhusu EG hizo entry types, so focus, so jitayarishe come through.
So
Yeah, yeah
hivi ni breaker pia
gani yo?
Hebu kiasi
Ngoja
hii hebu
niko kwa jio.
Unaona mali imereact.
Yeah, this was a breaker OB.
Ilikuwa hapo chini yake sasa.
Hii hapa.
On the right, on the left maybe.
Hii.
Exactly.
Actually, supply ilikuwa yake ilikuwa hii hapa ndani. Unaona hapa ndani kulikuwa na a 30 minute supply. Hapa ndani kulikuwa na a 30 minute supply hapo. So, cha tuangalia. Yeah, you see? There was this supply. Unaona supply. And so price ili attempt to react, kashindwa, kacheo OB tumeona, and then ikatumika. So this was the zone. So wali accumulate orders zao hapo.
So that was the right breaker.
Yes. Yes. So mi hata siko na pay attention to GU na EU, because noise ilikuwa imeniproduce ilikuwa mingi hizo consolidation, and so yeah, so that was a good zone for you guys to have entered. Yeah, and so kuna msali alikuwa ameniuliza Euro GBP. Hebu ask your question. Ilikuwa Elijah, kabla nipatie focus. Kuna msali alikuwa ameask hapo kuhusu Euro GBP. Focus. Kuna msali alikuwa ameask Euro GBP. Gusia hiyo EG. Yeah, the three types. Oh, I think ulikuwa unaongelea kuhusu hizo demand na nauliza kwanza. Elijah. So Elijah, kitu ilikuwa what happened ndio kulikuwa na hizi demands zilikuwa zina fail. There was this one and this one over here. So hizi demands zilikuwa zina fail. So there was that one. There was this one over here. So zilikuwa zina fail, my attention ikakuwa price action imechange to bearish. So you see that one ili fail, and also this one ili fail. So all three of the OBs ili fail, and then low ikatolewa. So the low ilikuwa hii, this was a significant low, so ikatolewa. So hilo ili create, I guess, after CPI. And so nikaona price ili mitigate hii breaker, ikacha a demand, a supply ikakuwa used, ikaenda chini, and so the remaining supply left ilikuwa hii. So it came back, reacted, dropped, ikakam, ikaliquidate. So wenye walikuwa na stop loss zao ati wameka hapa juu, so walitolewa. So mimi niliweka above these highs just to give myself to breathe. And so currently ime run vizuri, siko na re-entries ati nanja ya kupata re-entries. Niliingia since nime manage risk, so that's what I had on EEG. So any other question before nipati focus endelea? I think my work is done over here.
Yeah. Hello. Okay. So nilikuwa na Printer alikuwa ameuliza.
Nani yo?
Setting of price.
Nani yo?
Accumulation.
Oh,
Printer.
dollar printer. Oh, yeah.
niliona ikiwa significant sana kuguzilia hiyo topic. Most of sitasema most of us, but some of us have problems with accumulation and reaccumulation. Juu hiyo ndio inakujia mostly after a huge reversal or when you're anticipating
accumulations kwa the question. Sasa the question will be this.
Nimeona some accumulation on hiyo.
Oh, okay. So naweza okay, I'll give you, unaona kama yenye ndio
accumulation of longs.
Okay, of longs. Okay. So wacha nikuonyeshe hiyo accumulations of longs ilifanyika hapa kwa GBP USD. Was it GBP? Wait, where did I look at it? Was it Euro? Yeah, there's a good example over here. So let me look at no, it was at AUD USD. Yeah, accumulation in there. So what happened? Very easy, huh? So Chanto is on.
Yeah.
Sana hizi vitu saa zingine hufanyika. Most of the time nimerealize inafanyika Cyan News. So this was
yeah, true. And
yeah, sana ziwaga time ya news. Time ya news, you'll see them from time to time. So this was EU Friday. Was it Thursday man? Friday NFP. Kulikuwa na hilo. So you see it had mitigated. Si ndio? So acha ni drop into the 15 minutes. It had mitigated that zone. Si ndio? And so ilikuwa imeconfirm there's this market structure. Let's see, ilikuwa shift, and so the high was this one, and so ilikuwa not yet mitigated. So many people walikuwa naongoja kuona kitu hapa, ndio a reaction. And so what happened? hii kitu ndo rahisi by the way guys, if you just peel your eyes utakuwa unaziona from time to time. So what happened? Price ili come ikatake out your zone just before the news, and then ikatake out your zone. So that was a liquidity sweep or manipulation vile wase usemaga. And so kulikuwa na a supply left hapa. You see that supply? The supply ilikuwa left behind. So meaning they would have used it as a continuation supply because hii demand ili fail. Then look at what price did. News ili come, ika hit, market structure shift. So keep your eyes on the supply and not this one. So news ili come, traded into it. So kwa 1 minute, I guess ungekuwa umepata entry yako kwa 1 minute tankata. So since up, yeah. Yes.
Ndio ku clarify kitu. You see that that high, that exact high. Yo yenye.
This one. Oh, this one. Oh, okay.
Yenye umetoa.
This one.
Yeah, that one. So kujibu hiyo when accumulation is occurring, depending na venye macho yangu inaona, when I trade through a short term high, or in our case hapa, when you look at the lows, how the lows are forming, especially from the way they are weakening back up.
And so hilo ndo nilikuwa nimetrust hii and not these ones, extreme one, because nilikuwa nimeona there was liquidity over here. You see this low, this was liquidity, haiko imemitigate hiyo zone. And so what did price do? Price ili come ika trade through. So when people walikuwa wameka hapa SL, it liquidated them. So what happened next? Price ili create a short term supply hapa. You see? So this was a breaker basically. It was used as a breaker. So wale wenye walikuwa wameka to continue with the sell walikuwa taken out. So smart money wali accumulate. They accumulated hizo orders zote and wakatumia hapa, and you can see it was mitigated. And then price did what? Price rallied above. Hizi vitu sana mimi nazionaga time ya news. Sijazionaga time ya kawaida. Sijaziona hizo time za kawaida.
Sometimes during sometimes on USD pairs, most USD pairs, especially these majors, it never happen. I see them happening in London. Only happening sana niki trade London Open, and sometimes before New York Open. And I expect the OB that is created when the session is ending to be violated. In our case, hii yenye break umesema.
Yes, was violated. Jamaa amepotea.
Unajua smart money pia wao wapendi market ina lag ama market inaenda pole, unaona?
Yes.
Kwa maana hizi vitu hii accumulation ina happen when unasema time ya news, unaona?
Yes.
So umesema unataka hilo, si ndio? Meaning kila msee anaona hiyo low na liquidity mob sana iko hapo chini, si ndio? In form of sell stop, si ndio? So hii ya chini hivi hii nini accumulation ya nini ya kwanza hivi unaona wakitoa hiyo low wanapea those sell orders na buy orders zao, si ndio?
Yes.
Yes. So unajua wakishapea hapo chini, unaona, wakishazipea so market wanaipandisha juu hadi kwa ile high mali walianzia nini, walianzia kwa accumulate orders za ku take out the sell stops, umeelewa?
Yeah, hapa juu.
So, kumbuka kwa hii movement yote chini wako in loss, ndio? So wanaipandisha hadi kwa hiyo high, wana offset the losing
trades.
Yes, and because offset accumulation. So wana offset hizo negative trades, unaona? So wanazi close either at a small profit, unaona, wame weak to small profit ama break even. Wakisha offset sasa wana price hiyo, sasa ndio tunaita offset reaccumulation. After wamesha offset wana reaccumulate, ni kwa nishukisha hadi kwa hiyo breaker. Wanashukisha price to a discounted ndio wabuy at a very cheap price, ndio sasa
kama gari za miraa. and so the same thing, the same thing ili happen, the same thing ili happen pia hapa tu juu. So kulikuwa na a supply hapa, this one hii hapa, so kulikuwa na stop, kulikuwa na orders huko, so basically buy side liquidity. And so utaona the same thing ili happen kwa GU EU, so ikacha OB hapa, and hiyo OB ilikuja ikakuwa respected, so it came back, traded into it probably hapa ndani. So let's look at it. Ini
so
yes,
is it right for me to say ama for me to point out that kwa news ukiona nini, ukiona hiyo low imetolewa alafu waka offset like waka break structure upwards, tunangoja hapo kwa break ama kwa fair value gap hapa, kwa hiyo ama kwa hiyo nini, kwa kama ni OB itakuwa hapo tunabai hizo,
unachukua kwa you take it either on the OB ama kwa hiyo failed supply, it becomes a breaker. And so and so that's why nilikuwa najaribu kuambia umsa anaitwaje Peter that gentleman that his zone, it's a good zone to buy for EU. Yeah,
it's a good zone.
It's a good zone to buy for EU also. So also his zone, unaona ndio propel hii price ikakuja huku, so meaning orders zitakuwa hapa kadhaa, so they will either use it to take it to a supply or whatever thing they will take it to. The same thing enye tumongelele hapa, it happened kwa GBP USD. So
hii stop za ngapi hapo?
Nini hiyo?
Kwa hiyo week
hii week hapa chini
ilirudi ku
1700 hapo, utaona hawana wa zone hapa kwa hii week.
Tunaona sasa hapa hiyo ni time news ishatulia, news ishatoka, ishakuwa study. Tunakumbuka venye kwa nini achana na CPI NFP,
si ndio NFP
venye ilifanya hivyo, alafu
ndio NFP na NFP
sasa nasema plus kwa hizo zingine zote tunaona zimefanya hiyo
same thing CPI. Same thing.
Tungejua
acha nifungue.
Tunapita, unajaribu kumaanisha una take consideration sana the theory ya time and price.
Bwana,
time is important. Time is important also. It depends. Time is important also. That's why umewekewa time kwa hii axis. Time is quite important also. That's why umewekea time hapo. And so to clarify the same thing, it also happened hapa kwa GU na hata kwa EU. So whatever utaenda uangalie. So that was the zone. So 15 minutes someone messaging dakika ngapi? You can see is it 15 or 30? You see this week, so hiyo ni kwa 20 minutes. So unaona it traded back in to your zone. Wait, what is that zone? 10 minutes. Short term supply over here. Same thing happened again. Pia different color ndio muone. Bede ni info mingi wasa wanapata. Guys, mkipractice hizi utakuwa poa.
Hey bro, what?
The same thing happened.
Naangalia two comments, I mean the messages, and I'm seeing real problems na some of the members.
So guys,
hiyo mnaweza jibu hizo.
Okay. Nilikuwa naenda kuangalia. I'm curious ndio anauliza hapa maswali. Fair value gaps. Nimeonyesha ku find the fair value gap. Fair value gap nishaonyesha. What if they reprice to the see
talk about what happens when the fair value gap is being filled, or how price reacts when it hits a sell side buy side imbalance.
Okay. So I'll give you an example of this one to watch. On the daily,
okay,
that's a fair value gap. Ndio. This is a daily fair value gap. So this is our daily supply. This is a daily supply. We have an imbalance. This fair value gap, it is significant basically. This is the gap here. That's the lower end, and this is the higher end hapa juu. So when they reprice price, sometimes they might come to the midpoint. Midpoint yake inaweza kakuwa ni breaker iko hapo ndani, they mitigate it, they use it to sell before. For this case, the breaker might be used wa sell so that they can buy. It might be the same thing muliona kwa, which one was it, AJ, the same thing tumeona kwa, was it, yeah, AJ ili react kwa breaker na daily OB, yeah, a breaker na daily OB. And also Dixie, the dollar index, it's the same thing ili happen, reacted on the breaker and then they kaendelea kusell off kacha a sub-continuation supply, got mitigated, ikaenda. So price might fail sometimes coming huku juu, or sometimes it might come huku juu. So this is the imbalance, but if you look inside the imbalance kuna hiyo breaker, and focus amewapatia hii stuff sijui since lini, sijui wiki gani. So this zone might be used, so haija mitigate bado. Alikuwa early sellers, so it might come in, liquidate these orders zenye ziko hapa, and then ndio iendelee kwenda chini. Na ukitaka confirm, and try it out this week. Probably this week it might react in there, because huku juu ukikuja unaona fine price action, but on the daily kuna imbalance, so it might use this as a reversal zone, comes back here to fuel it huku juu, or probably inaweza fail. I don't know the markets will itakuwa, but that's the structure that I have. So I hope nimekuanza. They might fill it half, find chini, then fill it completely. So these were early sellers. Yeah. So anyone else? Keep it in a record. Perfect. Anyone else? Question, guys. Anyone with a question? Focus. I think my work here is done. I think nimewapatia enough info. It's your time. Take over. Dana nanasi tu hapa wamesmile tu.
Okay, so niongee psychology ama what do you guys want me to cover? Because I think
Psychology perspective bwana. Si leo ni market.
Psychology wape Wednesday.
so mimi analysis zangu kama natumianga simu kufanya nini? Anyway, mkwaje?
Tuko fiti.
Tuko fiti sana mkurugenzi mkuu, tuko fiti sana. Tuko fiti pia.
Tuko fiti.
Ropo.
Yes, simu yako ni okay.
Nini yangu ime-expire. Okay. So, tumekava some of the pairs zenye you guys traded last week, zenye alikuwa amefanya pre-market analysis, venye zili play out, kuna zenye zili win. Okay, zenye zili win ni mingi, then kuna moja specifically Euro GBP ndio ilicheza na some ufala. Yeah, so this was a buy to sell. So this was a buy to sell setup. Kuna hii demand hapa hivi. The demand was traded at a week. If you scale it down to a lower time frame, utapata there is a clear and visible demand. It may hide hapa hivi. So sometimes the demands will hide at a higher time frame week. A lower time frame demand will hide at a higher time frame week. And sometimes a demand it hide in an impulsive move, in an impulsive candle. So a candle may be this impulsive. Then ukiangalia on a higher time frame, unaona tu like there's some sort of the candle is impulsive and hakuna any form of any price hapo hivyo. Unaona utaiona in form of imbalance. But ukiscale down to a lower time frame, utapata there's some small nini OB demand or supply yenye iko hidden kwa hiyo candle. So ukifanya analysis yako, try to view the market from all perspective, from all angle, from all time frames. So unaanza na higher time frame ukiscale down to a lower time frame, because ukianza na a higher time frame inakupatia the in depth of how the market is. Then ukiscale on a lower time frame, now unaanza kuona the market in detail form. So usispecify ama don't just specify on trading kwa time frame moja. If you are a lower time frame trader, wewe mwenye na trade kwa hizi time frames za 1 minute, hizi time frames ziko na too much noise, 1 minute, 15 minutes, 1 hour, hizo the time frames zenye you should only be using for confirmation. Hizo time frames zenye unafaa kutumia for confirmation only. Usitumie kukuja na analysis yako ama kufanya. The analysis should be done on a higher time frame. Mistake mingi watu fanya ni ati they wanafanya analysis on a fixed time frame, on a fixed lower time frame, forgetting that the lower time frame it's just a noise, not a representation of what is happening on a higher time frame. I think mpaka hapo tuko sawa. So he trade ili fail and Unibo, because UBP inakuanga my favorite, and the fact that ili fail Unibo too because ni rare sana he bear any anguish, but shit happens for market. It's a game of probability, not absolutes. Setups zita play leo, kesho zitakosa kuplay. So you should always keep that in mind that si kila siku setup zako hold. Setup inaweza kuwa sawa, meet all your rules, all your requirements, but the moment price inafika to your POI, the setup inakuwa invalidated. Ama the price inafika but it fails to tap into your POI ama into your entry level, but still in respect to your analysis. That's just how the market works. It's a game of probability, not absolutes. Keep that in mind anytime unafanya analysis zako. Unaona? So this was a very good demand. Pia kulikuwa na demand hapa hivi, but this demand ilikuwa generated ama engineered to generate liquidity ya kupush price kwa hii demand hapa chini. And once this demand was tapped into ama ikakuwa mitigated, the price ilirally up to POI yenye ilikuwa nimeitarget hapa, but ika invalidate the POI, ika continue breaking structure to the upside. So what does this tells you? The bullish move is imminent, ama bado ni strong. So there's this supply hapa, it's a continuation supply, because unaona the price dropped, created a base hapa in form of a long wick. A week it's just some form of manipulations inaka in form of a candle, an indecision candle. I hope you guys know how to read the candlestick patterns. Sio ati mmevisha tu SMC ama retail trading strategy, but you guys don't know how to read the candles. Because kama you don't know how to read the candle ama haujui candlestick patterns, then inaweza kukukost ama itakukost. So these candles was in a different purpose. I hope you guys mnajua the open and the close of a candle, the purpose of wicks, the body, the wicks, mnajua hizo stuff. So this in an indecision candle, there's a small body within at the center of these 2 wicks. So hapa hivi the pressure, I can say the pressure hapa hivi between sellers and buyer hapa hivi the pressure ilikuwa almost at an equilibrium. I'm not talking of a discounted zone ama sijui the premium zone. Nikisema equilibrium hapa, I'm talking of the pressure between the sellers and the buyers at this zone, specifically this zone, because of what the market printed on a daily chart through this candle. So hapa pressure is almost equal, but it's still what? It's still a continuation supply, because the price, as you can see, after this candle, this is an institutional candle ya manipulation, a wicked candle. Okay, natumia simu, so I display all the stuff. So hapa hivi this high imehold mpaka size. This high here, this is strong high, apparently ni high last year. Then kuna hii high hapa, the high that was wicked out, ama the high that was taken. And above every highs and below every lows. So above every highs and below every lows, there's always liquidity resting. Liquidity hautapata tu ati sijui chini ya double bottom, sijui double top, sijui trendline liquidity ama sijui buy side. No. Below any high, below any low, expect some resting liquidity. Because kuna the traders when you wanna trade a retail strategy, wanasema if this high imekosa kuwa taken out, then this is a strong resistance. And above every resistance kuna nini? There's some pending order, kuna pending orders as a limit, because they are expecting at price itafika kwa hii high, and this high will hold and itapeleka price chini. So what do they do? Wanaweka pending limit zao hapa, and price nayo inafanya nini? I'm very sure hii ilikuwa news, because ni news ndio huwa inapeleka price, inapeleka price inakuwa this volatile and this such moves. So price ikakuja take out this high, take out all the liquidity zenye zilikuwa zimelala hapa hivi, and after taking out this liquidity, price ikafanya nini? Respect the buyers ya hao retail traders, price ikafanya nini? Ikashuka. So that is how manipulation work. That's how liquidity work. Your stop loss itakuwa tapped into, and the price will respect your buyers, ama it will respect nini venye ulikuwa umepredict the market itaenda. So this high here bado haitakuwa taken out. Alafu kuna high nyingine ndio hii hapa. So kuna hii high will protect, then kuna hii high bado haijakuwa taken. So kuna some liquidity zenye zina rest above hapa, pia hii hapa hivi. Now back to my continuation supply. So kuna hii continuation supply hapa, price dropped, created a base hapa in form of a rally, because that ukiangalia hii candle, as much as it's an indecision candle, ni a bull candle, it's a green candle. So no, it's a green candle, it's a bull candle. Kisha price ika drop, so drop, base, drop. So this is a base, and we'll be trading at what? At the wicks hapa hivyo, because I'm very sure when it scale down to a lower time frame utapata there some OB yenye iko hidden hapa. Kuna OB yenye iko hidden hapa on a lower time frame. We will find out, guys, with you. So this is a significant zone ya ku trade into. Now this high hapa nimesema above every high and below every low kuna liquidity. Hii high hapa imechora line hapa, it was a targeted high. Kuna nini hapo? Kuna liquidity. There's a liquidity yenye iko hapo hivyo. So this liquidity lazima itakuwa grabbed. Unaona? Hii liquidity itakuwa taken out. So all the people wenye walikuwa wana sell at this level, they were wicked out. And unfortunately I happened to be among them. Shit happens, we'll make mistakes. So I was wicked out kwa hii trade. Sijui mbona niliassume hii nini itakuwa taken out, but it's okay, we make mistake, we learn from it, we move on. Keka feelings kwa trading mzee utaumia. Trading si ya babako, si ya mamako. Keka feelings kwa trading utaumia. I'm sorry kutumia hiyo language mbaya, but I'm just trying to drive some points home. So nikiscale on a 4-hour time frame. Now let us go to that nini. Yeah. So unaona vizuri. Hii ni the daily POI. Now we scale into a 4-hour time frame. And unaweza kuiona vizuri. There's a good supply hapa hivi. Supply nyingine mzuri sana. So this is the supply. Yeah. So this is the supply that took out these two lows hapa. These are relatively equal lows. Kisha tuko na hii imbalance kubwa iko hapa. Kuna hii weak imbalance, fair value gap, inefficiency, that's the same thing. Different words, but both zina hold the same purpose or the same meaning. So these two, I hope nani ameonyesha how to identify imbalance, but nitaguzia tu. So the reason nimesema kuna imbalance hapa, it's because this week haimit na hii wiki hapa. So there's some price inefficiency hapa hivi. Unaona? Nikichora hivi, let me just pull that horizontal line, horizontal ray, alafu na hii hapo. So what price may tend to do sometime ni haitafika kwa hiyo POI. Instead it will choose to trade at the imbalance. Unaona? Yeah?
You ulize tu swali since meeting. Why don't you consider your nini ya tatu? So you took the first candlestick, then the second one that traded through the sell side liquidity. Why didn't you take the second that candle that traded through as the high of the fair value gap?
Hebu sikuelewi, ongea vizuri. What's the question again? Sorry.
Okay. You see the higher end of the fair value gap that you just annotated here in your remark. That higher end of the fair value gap.
Yeah.
The lower end of the fair value gap. Why didn't you take that candle's opening as the higher end as the lower end of the fair value gap?
Because angalia hii candle. This is the close of this candle. Yeah. This is the open of this candle. So this open ya hii candle imefanya nini? Imecomplete hii candle yenye iko hapa. I don't know kama unaona. Wacha ni zoom kuone. Unaona? Wacha ni zoom. Yeah. So hii okay, this is the entire body. Kisha kuna hii week kubwa, alafu kuna hii week ndogo. Unaona? Kuna hii week ndogo hapo. Now this is the open of this bear candle. Hii week kubwa hii. Unaona? This is the high of this candle and this is the low of this candle kwa hii week. Then hii body, it's the entire body. Unaweza kuna nyota sema hii ni hapa hivi penye nimemark. Hapa hivi it's the open and hapa hivi it's the close. Wengine wanasema hii hapa juu it's the open, then it's the high and hapa it's the low. Ama it's the close. But me prefer like open at the body. Hapa hivi it's the open. Hapa chini it's the close. Now the reason sija pick hapa penye nimesema it's because angalia hii close. Unaona hii week? Now angalia the close of this candle. Alafu angalia hii candle yenye imefunguka. Unaona imekaa hapa hivi hakuna inefficiency kwa hizi candle mbili. I don't know kama unaona. Price is fractal. Na najua maana venye nikisema hivyo namaanisha nini.
Inamaanisha kitu kwa power, then kina happen kwa 1 hour, the same happen kwa 15 kwa day kwa wiki.
Exactly.
Huyu gentleman ako jaba huyu. Anauliza obvious questions.
Mimi nauliza hiyo swali juu hiyo ndio shida ninaonanga sometimes sasa yangu na kigango, because that is where most accounts are choked.
Sawa na kufunza, and hopefully by the time I'm done at least utakuwa umeshikisha vizuri and hauta make the same mistake.
Unajua gentleman ni mtoto wa ICT. So nilikuwa najaribu kumuingizia ICT kidogo na SMC. Unajua what I took from ICT was order flow and breakers. The rest sikuchukuaga. So I only took a few little things because the more utaendelea kuongeza vitu mingi zo mse, utachanganikiwa vibaya sana.
Yeah, true. So the reason nauliza hivi ni juu sometimes naweza weka trade let's say sell, then I find OB yenye nilikuwa nina expect imekuja ikatestiwa fast, ikatestiwa tena, then it was violated, taking me out hata kama nilikuwa on the trade. No, that is why nauliza hivi.
So the extremity of a zone ina depend with the price na manipulation yenye imekuwa imefanywa kwa nini. Alafu pia the strength of a zone ina depend pia na the liquidity that's available to grab, the imbalance yenye iko hapo hivyo, inefficiency that need to be refilled, and the impulse. If the zone in your target, if it created an impulsive move, then that is a high probability area, ama probable zone. But utapata traders wengi they don't consider these rules. Unaona, they don't consider these rules. Au bora wana the price in a break structure, then wanajua the OB that broke that structure is a valid entry for a buy or a sell. But wanasahau there's some rules that then you need to consider, and that's why utapata if you don't consider easy rules utakuwa taken out. Utapata OB yenye ulikuwa umeselect itakuwa invalidated, kisha the OB yenye iko below ama above your high inakuwa respected. Why? Because wewe personally how to respect the market rules za nini zenye nimesema hapa hivi. You must have the rules as to why you want to execute a certain trade, and if the rules are not met, achana na hiyo trade kabisa. If una doubt, achana nayo. Just sit back and watch the market plays. Ndio alafu you learn stuff from that nini. Anyway, sorry, nimefanya nini? Nimekuwa daily. My bad. Yeah. So the market, it's either printing higher highs and higher lows. It can break structures to the upside on an uptrend, ama it's either printing lower highs and lower lows. It can break structure to the downside. And price it can break structure, then it pull back and create a new lower high. And kwa hii new lower high, there's an OB that broke this low, ama that took out this low. So he OB, price will pull back to that OB to mitigate that OB. And when it's mitigated, the orders zenye zitakuwa hapo, if the orders are enough, zitapeleka price chini, because the price will be targeting this low yenye imekuwa printed hapa, because kuna some liquidity. Nimesema above and below kila low and kila highs, there's some liquidity. So hii liquidity needs to be taken out, and after imeshakuwa taken out ndio ikishakuwa taken out, the price inafanya nini? Inakuwa ime break structure, ikienda chini ama ikienda juu. And the purpose of breaking structure, it's just a confirmation kuwa the trend is consistent, and the trend is long time bearish, ama it's long term bullish. But whenever there's a creation of a market structure shift, ama choke, change of character, ama market structure shift, a strong market structure shift, because kuna some fake choke ama fake market structure shift. So how do you identify the fake and the strong market structure shift? Fake ones ni zile zinakuanga na weeks. Unaona a week hapa price imekuja, unaona like it's a week yenye imetake out this low. So hii week it's not like haijakupatia confirmation kuwa price ina change direction. No, this week was just used to take out the liquidity yenye ilikuwa hapa, unaona. So ikifanya hivi itachocha wase wengi kuwa the market is now looking to change direction, alafu inafanya nini? Ina continue with the breaking structure to the upside. So a valid break of structure and a valid market structure shift, lazima the body ya hiyo candle it closed below the previous lower high ama higher low. In higher low. So body ya hii candle yenye take out this lower low, this higher low, hiyo body inafai kuwe somewhere hapa hivi. It's kuwe as a form of wick. So the price itapanda, ikifika hapa kutakuwa na some exhaustion because the market, si ati the buyers will just be in control of the market. No. The buyers will be in control of the market for some time. And the second the buyers will
to clarify hapo kwa hiyo vile umesema hapo kwa hiyo market structure shift hapo when it's umemwambia body close. You see kitu nimekuwa nikisema body close is important because ikiwa ni weak inaweza kuwa it was liquidation. Wanatoa tu hizo ma orders and then they go to the upside. But if it is a body close, it confirms to you the structure imechange, imeturn either bullish or bearish depending na market yenye utakuwa una anticipate, if I'm not wrong. Ndio focus.
Hiyo ndio nasema like kuna fake choke, fake BOS. Hizo fake choke na fake BOS ni hizo zinakuwa za weeks. Ndizo zinakuwa tu za nini, za ku grab liquidity na kudanganya wase. So to get to kujibu swali ya nitwaje ya gentleman, so hapa hivi kuna kuanga na supplies mbili. Kuna supply hapa yenye iko at the high of that nini, this movement. Alafu kuna supply ya pili yenye it broke ama it changed the character, it changed the market sentiment ama it changed the market character from a bear one, from a bull one to a bearish one. So you trade on the immediate. Remember, this is a reversal. How people could trade the trade that you'll be taking here, it's a reversal trade. This is not a continuation trade. A continuation trade ni trade una trade kwa, let's say kama the trend is bullish. Any trading utakuwa ukibuy, hiyo ni continuation trade. You are trading with the trend. Hapa hivi you are trading a reversal trade. Why? Because umepata confirmation kuwa the price inataka kufanya nini? Inataka ku change direction from a bull market to a bear market. And the price huwa ina print obis kadhaa ama demands and supplies kadhaa. Unaona? So you trade on the immediate supply yenye imetook out this higher low. The immediate supply ime create the market structure shift. But utapata mtu ata invalidate this supply anaenda for this extreme one because anasema this supply iko juu. Unaona? I should trade on this supply yenye iko juu to mitigate my loss. Unaona? Why? Because hapa hivi I'm very sure price ikikuja haiwezi enda nimeona hii market structure shift, then price haiwezi kakuja tena ika invalidate hii supply tena ikuja invalidate. No. If this one is invalidated, then price will trade on this one. So wanakuja wana trade waneka nini sell zao hapa hivi. Of course mwingine ateka mbili, ateka limit mbili hapa hivi. Anika hapa ya lot size kidogo, hapa nika lot size kubwa. So hii lot size ndogo inakuwa mitigated. Hii inakosa kuwa mitigated. Now, acha nikuonyeshe on a live chat. So to avoid being a victim of a manipulation ama being a victim of a sell hand, just try to identify zone ngori. Yeah. About the market what? The market bearish. Then the market is what? The market is bullish. Now, ini lower high, ini lower high. Then hii nini? Hii ni lower high. Then kuna hii lower high yenye iko hapa. Alafu hii nini? Hii ni our higher high. This is our higher high. So our choke iko wapi? Ama our market structure shift iko wapi? Iko hapa. What demand created that nini? Demand gani yenye ili create this market structure shift? Ni demand iko hapa. Then we have liquidity in hapa that needs to be taken. I hope gentleman unaona.
Yeah. Bro, I'm okay.
Kuna liquidity iko hapo. Alafu kuna hii zone yetu and it took out this lower high, ikatucreate a new higher high. Then price ikakuja, create some form of inducement hapa. Kisha ikarally, break structure hapa. So this is the market structure shift. Watu wanajua ABC pattern. Mnajua ABC? The ABC pattern.
Unajua timu, unajua ABC pattern?
Wapi jo? Hiyo
Yeah?
na put it into simpler terms probably.
Unajua?
Put it into simpler terms. Sijui vile unaisema but probably I know it.
Because associated na Elliott wave. Because associated na Elliott wave.
Kuna mtu anaongea ama ninasikia zangu?
Ni mimi naongea, nauliza ama inahusu iko associated na Elliott wave.
Ati iko associated na
Elliott wave, ile Elliott wave.
Achana na vitu za Elliott bwana. Achana na vitu za Elliott wewe. Gentleman.
Yes.
Ni gentleman amekuwa kiongea. Unajua niko kwa window so I can't see the person who is talking.
Yes. Mimi naongea.
Kuna there's a picture nilitumananga kwa group ya kuonyesha ABC pattern. But from the way umenijibu inamaanisha no one took nini?
I think
Hakuna msee alifuatilia sana.
I think I saw it. Bunda they highlight hapo kwa group.
Ulisoma kama
Nilituma kwa group sometime back hiyo ABC pattern how you do. Hadi nime create a video iko kwa nini? Iko kwa YouTube how to but hiyo nilikuwa nifanya like in form of a back testing. But nili explain kwa hiyo video.
So ABC pattern inakuanga something like this. On a bullish on a bear nini sorry. Kwa inaitwaje? When the market inataka ku shift from a bear to a bull, the ABC pattern itakuwa hivi.
So liquidity itakuwa generated hapa. Your POI is somewhere around here. So see this is our POI. This is our POI, sindio?
Yeah.
Iko hapa. So okay, wacha nichore kwanza POI ngo. Just a visible representation.
So price itakuja hivi.
Kuje kisha itu create sama liquidity hapa. Kisha ikuje hapo. Kisha ikuje take out this liquidity. Alafu iende. Sorry. Nataka nini hapa? Yes. Yeah, so hii ni demand ya kwanza, demand. Hii ni daily chart. Now, price create a market structure shift. Kisha ikaenda ikakuja ikakuletea nini? A liquidity that will be grabbed later before tapping into, because price ikitaka remember, this is a new trend. Ni trend mpya inataka kuwa created. Now, for that trend kupata possibility ya kupanda ama ya kuwa available, inamaanisha nini? It will need some liquidity ya kupush that price kwa the direction yenye price inataka kuteka. Without liquidity, price haiwezi kenda mahali.
So liquidity ikakuwa generated hapa, price ikaenda break structure,
inakupatia a confirmation kuwa this market structure ita hold, and hii imekupatia confirmation kuwa the bull trade is imminent. So hii pullback ya pili ni ya kumitigate hii liquidity yenye hapa, kutap into your zone, alafu ina shoot juu. So mimi I'm very sure gentleman, wewe ungeingia hapa after umeona market imechapa market structure, kisha ukaona imekupatia break of structure hapa, kisha unaweka wapi? Unaweka nini yako hapa hivi, unaweka entrance yako hapa, alafu unakuwa mitigated, kisha inakuja na tap hapa hivi kwa hii reversal nini POI hapa, alafu price ina shoot.
Focus. Kidogo gentleman.
Actually singeingia hivyo.
So ABC pattern, whatever it identifies, is basically inducement levels. Basically you identify the origin of the trend, sindio? Unanisikia?
Hello.
Unanisikia?
Nakusikia.
So ndo nasema aje, hii ABC pattern ya focus, you see that middle point, that's an inducement. It never mitigated the demand, sindio? But hiyo zone ili break a structure, so ikadanganya wase ime break a structure, then unaona that demand ilikuja ikakuwa mitigated yenye ilikuwa inatumia, and then it was taken out. Yes, that one umeshika, and then it was taken out, and then ikaenda ikamitigate the origin of the trend, ikaenda juu. So basically this ABC pattern inakusaidia ku identify inducement levels, ndio? It's basically identifying an inducement.
Let's ndo usiingie market haraka before like the broad trend ianze.
Nimekwambia matamshi ni mingi, lakini
unacha ali traders wanakuwa mitigated, alafu unaingia sasa next.
Good. So it's basically the same thing that happened on AJ basi. There was early traders, and then sisi tukakuja inside the main trend.
Yeah, you'd go with the sharks, you trade with the sharks.
Wazi.
Gentleman alikuwa anasema ati hata angetrade hapa. Atungetrade wapi?
Okay. According to mimi na my system of trading, that's the value gap. That's the value gap yenye umechorea X. Yes. Now that's the value gap in collect.
Can you go lift up?
Yes, that fair value gap could have been my entry. You take out the buy side. So to me, it would have been a good reason. We have now start sell side that we can take for the real move. Yeah, uptrend now, the real move. So I could have entered exactly like that.
So unasema ungeingia hapa.
Yeah, ningeingilia hapo my first entry, take it out at both at break of structure, then sell it back down when I saw the buy side has been taken to take out the newly tapped sell liquidity, mitigating that OB, and now going in a trend. That's how I could have entered that. It's the same as
hapa tungekuwa bwana, ungekuwa induced.
Okay, now
because I'm very sure kama ungeingia hapa, sikia kwanza, because I'm very sure kama ungeingia hapa, then I know ungekuwa tuna target this high. Mimi najua ungekuwa na target high kubwa. Remember this is daily. I'm supposing sasa tuko kwa 4 hour time frame. Kama ungeingia somewhere hapa, I know ungekuwa na target at high hapa. Ungekuwa na target high kubwa kama hapa. But before price ikuje kwa high yako, inafanya nini? Ina pull back. Inakuja na take out. I don't know if I'm making sense, gentlemen. Nataka tuelewane kitu moja hapa hivi.
You're making sense. Now see that low, unaona hiyo high unasema single target. That could have been the higher target June ndio ilitakiwa. That is when the sell side liquidity was taken. So it could have been ingekuwa trade mbili. The first trade to take out that high, then sell it back down to mitigate the newly created OB for the upper trend. Now from there now look for more continuations.
Okay, now personally supporting sasa ni wewe unafanya analysis. Ukeshua ungetarget high.
Yeah, ningetarget high kama trade kama like a scalp or something. But kama ingekuwa on low time frames, that is what I could have done upande wangu. My biggest issue inakujianga now on the second entry. Look at how the OB was the OB now, the real OB was being mitigated in the weeks. The first test, the second test, and the third test. Ingekuwa ni low time frames, ingekuwa weeks while higher now stopping me out. That was my whole problem, especially on a POI. Na kama kungekuwa na POI ingekuwa chini yake kidogo. Sijui kama nime-explain vizuri.
Nakuelewa. So basically nimesema nini? Ama my point was the extreme zone ya kutrade, whether it's a lower time frame, whether it's a higher time frame, whether it's a reversal trade, whether it's a continuation trade, it should be a demand or a supply. Kama it's a demand ama kama it's a supply, ni lazima ikuwe a demand. Okay, if it's demand, okay, kama unataka kutrade reversal, then it should be a demand that created a market structure shift. Kama it's a reversal ya sell, then it should be a supply that created a market structure shift. Hapa hivi najua kuna mtu angeingia na angetaka kutrade breaker. Angefanya hivi. Nakwambia usiweke ujuaji mingi bwana kwa market. Sababu angesema hii ni breaker. So nada ni huko. So this breaker mwenye ataingia hapa atakuwa induced. Ama hata mwenye ataingia hapa atakuwa induced. Kisha mwenye ataingia hapa atakuwa induced. Mwenye ataingia hapa at this level atakuwa sawa. But haita play mpaka huko. So breaker pia inatakanga some form of valid, like inaweza kata kuplay for 2 or 3 times. The breaker may be invalidated for 2 or 3 times, but eventually it will hold. And breaker yenye imekuwa invalidated mara kadhaa huwa haihold sana, itakupatia tu some few scalps, because unaona kama hii
actually
extend hook
focus actually breakers zenye nimeona zimekuwa zikihold zimekuwa zikiwork vizuri personally. You see those breakers zenye let's say a supply ili fail to take out a low, so it was a supply and then price ikarudi hapo ikareact, and then when price ilikuwa ina drop, let's say ikafail out kuchukua low, and then price ina rally above. So such kinds of breakers ndio mimi wanaona zina hold vizuri, zina hold towards the upside vizuri. When you use them, probably you use them to target an internal swing high or an external swing high, whichever is close. Like let's say in this case unaona hiyo break yenye umemark, lakini ilikuwa violated sana.
So ndio maana nimesema break inakuwa violated sana, huwa high hold sana.
Actually, the best one
itakupatia tu some few scalps.
The best one was in gold. The best example was in gold. Hiyo ndo nitachia hapo. The best example was in gold, and I think nilishikilia kwa the previous video. The best example was in gold. Yenye tu inakuwa rallied above once, yenye inakuwa violated once, those are the best breakers. But yenye inakuwa violated mara mingi, achana na hiyo. Hiyo zidi tu.
Kama hiyo AUDJPY.
AUDJPY.
Oh, the nice one.
Oh, which one? AUDJPY.
AUDJPY we traded on
the early sellers ama price action ya sahi.
Yeah, the anti sellers. So
but hiyo iko strong enough. Hiyo iko strong enough. The ones that are strong enough, they will make sure zimevunja either a swing low or a swing high. Just endo angalia gold. Gold is the perfect example. Ama pia ile ya, you remember time nilitradingi AUD USD on a breaker nikabuys. So that high was violated and then it pulled back, then ikaenda ikatoa a high. That's the best, one of the best zenaweza kawambia. Yeah, focus, continue please.
Okay, so sijui nimejibu gentleman swali yake, sijui sijamjibu, sijui.
Bro, you have been clear. You have been clear enough.
Sawa, kama
naona makosa nini hapa.
sawa. Bado tuko kwa Euro GBP, hata kujienda kwa nini zingine.
Poleni kwa kusimamisha na simu.
No, don't apologize bwana. Usi apologize for asking a question. If it's anything to do with you gaining knowledge, usi apologize. Sawa.
Okay.
Yeah. Because nitajuaje umeelewa? Usipouliza swali then sitajua kama umeelewa. Whether ukiuliza swali you are very interactive, najua at least una follow. So hii setup na nimeonyesha why it failed. Kulikuwa na liquidity ilikuwa inafaa kuwa grabbed. So currently mimi nitamark tu some because I'm very sure nani amewapea feedback ya nini. So mimi nitamark tu some POIs zenye wewe utaenda una nini. Hii zone iko broken. If price breaks past this zone, because hapa hivi ni liquidity inalala hapa, hii demand ishakuwa mitigated, so price itakuja ama it may come for what, for a secondary retest or even for a third retest, but eventually this demand will break. So hii demand ikibreak, usikuja ukaingia na hapa ama ukaingia na hapa. Hizi ni demands zimekuwa engineered to generate more liquidity. Kuja kwa hii demand kubwa yenye nimemaka hapa hivi, enda kwa lower time frame, ngoja confirmation at this POI. So this area should act as your POI. Usipopata confirmation kwa lower time frame ya kugo long, achana na zone. Target the next zone. The next zone iko wapi? The next zone iko hapa. Because this zone may seem a little extreme ya kuingia, because kuna some liquidity iko hapa form of relatively equal highs. Kisha kuna hii void iko hapa. This void iko hapo. Then we have our demand in rest hapa. So this demand hii iko hapa, as much as inakaa appropriate ya kuingia on a lower time frame, but mimi siwezi nikaingia. Why? Because kuna inducement iko hapa, and anyone mwenye ataingia hapa bila confirmation anaweza kuwa induced, price ikakuja kafili void yenye iko hapa, kisha ikatap this demand yenye iko hapa, because the trend bado ni it's a bull trend. Remember the price ina target ku take out kuna high yenye iko hapa itakuwa taken out, then kuna hii high yenye iko hapa, alafu kuna hii imbalance kubwa yenye iko hapa, this void yenye iko hapa just below our continuation supply. So I think that's all for Euro GBP. Nimekumakia place for you to do what, for you to pay much attention to. Achana na hii zone yenye iko hapa. Unajua kuna mtu atasema mbona sijapick hii zone. No, hii zone maybe the news ndio italeta market kwa hii zone yenye iko hapa, because price inataka a high impact news to push price to such level, but as long as price hakuna news kwa market, then expect price itafika tu kwa hiyo zone zenye nimemark. So this is a feature OB, this is a OB to be mitigated in the near future. Ukirefine size uke entry yako hapa, then this trade may be mitigated after 2 weeks time ama 1 week's time, hiyo wiki inakuja hiyo nyingine ama wiki nyingine hiyo. And on with the question before nienda kwa pair nyingine, I think Euro GBP nimemark some important demands. Nimesema hii kuna demand ya kwanza ni hii, price itakuja for a secondary retest and a third, but eventually this demand will be broken because price ina look for more liquidity na push price to a higher time frame POI ya daily nimekuonyesha huko. Unaona tunataka liquidity, and liquidity itakuwa generated aje? Itakuwa generated by taking out buyers na pia sellers. So this is a key level ya kupay attention to, na pia this is a key level ya kupay attention to, but nimekwambia hapa hivi don't enter unless umepata confirmation. Ukiingia tu hapa kimalamala utakuwa induced, because kuna nini, there's some relatively equal lows hapa hivi. Hii inducement imelala hapa, hii liquidity iko hapa hivi, watu wanaona hii double bottom, so they buy. So they buy, and then walibuy walipoona double bottom hapa hivi wakabuy. So wana expect kuwa price ikifika this level pia itabuy bado, and price itafika kwa level kwa taken out. If you void iko hapa, itap into this demand iko hapa. Anyone with a question?
Anyone with a question?
Najumlisha peke yangu ama katika kwa session kasi. Tunafuata.
Hilo GPP nani amecover? I think mimi hata isiguzi. Hilo JPY hii nilicover last time kwa ile video. Nilikuwa nimesema price keep an eye on the supply hapa hivi. Price hiyo time price ilikuwa somewhere hapa hivi. Nikama count liquidity akakwambia tegea hii supply hapa. Then nikasema hii supply ikikuwa invalidated aim for hii supply ni kwa hapa juu. And hii supply imekuwa mitigated. So kuna some liquidity yenye ina rest hapa and pia kuna liquidity ya trend line liquidity yenye ina rest hivi. So price may break past hii zone iko hapa, take out this low and ikuje clear liquidity yenye iko hapa, kisha ikuje tap into this demand yenye imemark hapa hivi. Into this demand yenye iko hapa hivi. Hii demand yenye iko hapa hivi. Kisha hii demand price ikikuja kwa hii demand now price ita shoot, now you'll be aiming for this supply. And I'm very positive that price, this is my bias. Sisemi ati market itafanya venye inasema. No, I'm just saying that this is my bias. I'm very positive hii wiki inakuja price ama yen pairs zita decline kiasi. At least mpaka zi take out some major loss and zi mitigate some significant zones. Kama hii it's a significant zone hapa. This is a zone that took out this high. So hii market structure shift because ukiona hapa hivi price ilifanya nini? Price took out this low, ikakuja create a break of structure. Unaona? Kisha kukakuwa na some inducement hapa this week. Hii week hapa hivi. So ikakuja then this is the demand. No. The demand that took out this high ni hii. But hii demand ukiangalia ilifanywaje? The demand ilitumiwa kugenerate liquidity. Because unaona ya hii week hapa hivi. So this week ilikuja ikamitigate some significant ya hii zone hapa hivi. Kuna some imbalance hapa. Let me show you. It's the reason why that demand will fail to hold because of this imbalance yenye iko hapo hiyo na hii ingine hii. It's why this demand failed na hii. So unaona hii week ilikuwa ya kugrab hii nini iko hapa hivi liquidity yenye ya people wenye walikuwa wamenunua hapa. Kisha after imegrab ikakuja nini? Hii candle nyingine hii yenye ilipatia an upward movement ikakuja kutest tena hii zone for secondary retest. But haikufika into our what? Haikufika into our zone hapa. So these are extreme zone. Yeah. So hii ni zone yenye you should look for buys. Hata mimi nitatrade kwa hii. Ndio maisha nini?
Weka landscape bwana, hatuoni.
Hivi ndio unaona?
Yeah.
But nikiweka hivi hai display the entire information yenye nataka kunini.
Yeah.
But hata hii session iko recorded, utaiona tu kwa YouTube yangu.
Sawa.
So hii zone inafanya nini? Yeah. So nasema I'm very positive price ita take out this low. Kuna liquidity iko hapo kwa hilo. By the ukitumia concept yenye nakupatia, hii concept yenye nimesema kuwa below every low and above every high, kuna liquidity yenye rest hapo. Ukikuwa na hiyo mindset, wallahi itakuwa very rare for you to be induced kwa market. Trust me, you. So kuna liquidity yenye hapa itakuwa taken, kuna hii trend line itakuwa taken, alafu hizo ni mitigated. So mimi I'll look for buyers, price ikifika hapa for nikitarget hii supply yenye iko hapa. So itakuwa a buy to sell setup. I'll be looking for buys here, anticipating for sales hapa. Hii ni daily. For hour. Ukitaka kufanya refinement yako, you may do this. So target here.
Focus.
Yep.
Naweza ongeza kitu kwa hiyo Euro GPY yako kidogo tu. Ndio nimeona sahi.
Yeah.
To validate the buys focus, you can see where price reacted. Imeacha kitu that's relatively equal highs, meaning their stop loss above those two highs. Hebu rudi kwa mali entry rate ilikuwa ya the sell one. Hebu go back.
Okay.
Yeah, enda juu sasa. Yeah, you see hapo juu, so there's liquidity resting above there. And there's a fair value gap pale juu. So to validate the buys, we can see we have a daily demand, which is enough confluence for you. That daily demand is responsible for the up push. It's unmitigated, it has an imbalance. So your daily demand unaweza ingia na confirmations or anything. So most likely your swing low itatolewa, mitigates the daily demand. And when you enter that daily demand, target yako peleka takani kwa hizo equalize ama kwa hiyo imbalance, because price will be attracted to that. Probably weka hata mwisho ikuwe hapo kwa daily supply mali iko, I mean. Yeah, that's what I can add on that.
Wacha nione kama someone post a question hapa hivi. Tema jabu usikie vizuri. So kuna mtu amuuliza swali. It's okay. Ona mko sawa, hakuna mtu anauliza swali. So let us continue.
In pairs, like it's just the same thing.
Yeah. Sijui ukimalizia hii unaweza kuzilia USDJPY. I was taken out on Thursday, lakini nilikosa reasons za why. I don't know. Sijui kama unaweza kuzilia ukimaliza hii.
So kwa JPY naona kuna hii zone hapa. But hapa hii demand iko mbali sana. So I wouldn't like have so much singepatia consideration mingi sana kwa hii demand. Instead hapa hivi sasa ningetulia tu nione venye hii ODJPY ita play out. I think hii ODJPY kama team alipatiana feedback yake venye ita play, I think just stick with that. Sitaki kuongeza more information venye mimi nikitake trade. Team ulikuwa umepatiana hii nini?
The buys nilikuwa na think of that.
Like ulikuwa umepatiana nini? Ulikuwa umepatiana inaitwaje? Analysis yako ya ama forecast analysis yako ya ODJPY?
Yeah, nilikuwa nimwambia
So kama ulikuwa umepatiana
wataona kwa YouTube. But he probably it might do, inaweza take out that low and then it pulls back up. So kwa hii, yeah.
So the two lows to be taken out kuna hii.
And
na kuna hii.
Yeah, it might do something like in a sweep liquidity and then it pulls back up. Something like that.
Okay, so hapa hivi that may act as our demand as much as ni low pia zikakuwa our demand. But no, nasema sitaki ku add more information hapa. Nitakoroga nichanganye na chenye timu amesema alafu mkose kuelewa. But yeah. Nataka nini? So chana toke na chana nayo ingekuwa USDJPY. Okay.
Na usisahau kufanya ya Audi USD. Kuna analysis fulani uko umetuma kwa group. Ningependa kuona venye ulifanya Audi USD.
So
utengeneze hiyo screen yake straight tena ulalisha tena, kuna vile inakaa kadogo
landscape.
Hivyo kwa sawa. Okay, nataka kutumia laptop kufanya analysis, but laptop mimi huwa sipendi. Hizo nini? Settings za laptop zinanisumbuanga.
Kako bado.
Bado kuna vile kadogo. Tibu yake ika straight tena uchange screen. Change sasa. Iko sawa.
Sawa.
Toka speed trading ni stock out nikijaribu kuchukua the buys time ya ilikuwa ni time ya CPI.
Ati?
Huyu jamaa nje kopai.
Nilikuwa najaribu ku take the buy.
Peter, nilikwambia uingie na confirmation.
Au kuniambia kitu.
Nilisema confirmations. Angalia group. Angalia group. Ni jiko pai walai.
Okay, sikuchukua pesa penye ulikuwa umesema because I already had the setup. Lakini nilikuwa unaona, especially on that week, that week pulling back, that is when I was stopped up.
Hey,
your week
bro. Wow. Yeah, Jacopai. Jacopai, you're trying to catch a falling knife. Jacopai.
Unajua bro, you do have losses. Hata kucheka because pia mtu anakuwa na winning losses.
Ni
It was a
ukweli.
winning week,
Ni ukweli.
lakini
Ni
right
ukweli.
now
Ni ukweli kuna wins and
sasa
losses.
hivi behind the scenes,
But you can avoid
hata
some.
kucheka ni nini?
Tengeneza hiyo screen vizuri, umefanya ikakuwa dogo.
Kiasi tu kuna vitu na mark hapa.
Ananasi. Ana
Na
huja.
makia some level.
Ananasi cheki huyu jamaa pale nini? Alitradeus DJ.
Wewe timu wewe.
Huyu jamaa anajaribu kushika falling knife.
Timu hata kitu mwenzako.
Unacheka mtu alikula kidungi na mcheka.
Lakini hii ni kidungi obvious. Hii ni kidungi obvious bana.
Timu bana, timu wacha hizo.
Hapana, tuseme ni kidungi obvious. Juu mimi on the weekly I had seen that fair value gap na nilikuwa nimeona the OB that did the stock hunting on the buy side.
That's
The
nilikwambia.
thing is,
Fundamentals ndio ilikuwa invalidate.
Tutulie nikwambie.
Aye.
Now this push down is push down ilikuwa ina retrace deeper into the OB. Unaona? Ilikuwa ina push deeper into the OB. Plus it was on a Thursday moving to Friday. So I was expecting maybe momentum ya kushow more buys. Unaona?
So basically wewe ulikuwa una follow the market structures ndio, and ukaachana na
Follow the structure na
ukaachana na fundamentals,
No. Na nika confluence na DXY because it's UJ. Unaona?
DXY was likely to dip, was most likely to dip, but ni sawa, it happens.
They were in the same areas, mostly giving DXY haikuwa imepatiana the bullish momentum, so I was expecting UJ the bro.
UJ peane sasa, kama
Anyway,
DXY ijapeana, UJ unataka ipeane.
DXY held, JPY itself didn't give a reaction, so the buys were to come anyway. Lakini ika invalidate was during the.
So this is the question that I'll ask you.
When it was
Between DXY and the UJ, which one is a macro?
DXY is the macro.
Then you don't expect DXY move sana. Move yake kidogo ina affect hata UJ. No. So you have to balance it all. But ni sawa, there are wins and losses as you have said. But it's okay.
Yeah, a week I could say it was like 4 wins, 2 losses to your UJ and another one. So ni recap unaangalia makosa haungefanya tena.
Umeona kwa sababu fulani. We Pablo hapa.
Niko.
Pablo wewe staff kuna mark an impulsive move hivi, alafu tuna mark hivi, alafu unasema liquidity void. Achana na hiyo stuff itakucost. Sawa, nimeona kuna
Pablo anaekanga hizo vitu mali liquidity void. Pablo rada, hizo vitu kwa nini unaekanga ni liquidity void?
Wachana nao kabisa.
Hebu ngoja.
Sawa.
I need Pablo, nataka Pablo atuambie. What is a liquidity void to you, Pablo?
Ni like ni place like hapo penye kuna bearish movement, hiyo impulsive movement and like hakuna bull candle ime
Basically you're saying fair value gaps, ndio?
hakuna. Yeah, sure.
Okay. Hata mimi nilikuwa nimepoteaga between liquidity void na fair value gap. So liquidity void, ukitaka kujua the difference between a liquidity void and a fair value gap. Ushaonaga vile ma stock markets hufungukaga na magaps. Gap open kuna kuwa na kagap. Hata saa zingine kwa let's say basically like kama weekend kuna news and then market inafunguka alafu kuna gap. So unaona hizo magaps, hizo gaps ndio zinaitwa
That is volume.
Now that is liquidity void. I'm telling you. Go endo angalie ICT ali clarify to people. So go and look at it. Now that's a liquidity void. This one is an imbalanced price action. So this one is fair value gap. Hiyo gap ingine hiyo yenye kuna hiyo space. Now that's the liquidity void. What do you understand by the term void? Hakuna kitu, space. Ndio. So now that's the difference between the two. So usijali. Na usikia kile focus anakuambia utapigwa rungu hapa na broker. Usijichunga.
So USD JPY, I think mimi chenye na mark hapa ni wewe tu sasa uende sasa ukuje kuobserve like ni nini because na mark out key levels and na mark some areas of liquidity and you should pay key attention to. So hii mimi sitakuguzia sana. Sitaki kurudia what team wamesema hapo hivyo, but I'll just mark some key levels for you to pay attention to. Because unaona hii stuff UJ in a breakthrough structure to the downside, meaning what? You should be looking for sales. Unaona? Na some short term buys. Opportunity kijipatia. So I'm marking some relevant areas za sales. And already nisha mark out place zenye naona price ita pay attention to. Unaona price place yenye price itafika, at least it takes some attention place. So you guys just take screenshot, go and copy paste the same thing kwa nini yako. Observe hizo area, price ikifika hizo zone, ingia na confirmation. Ama pia unaweza kaingia risk confirmation.
once bora umemanage your risk, drawdown yako iko sawa. Make sure kama ni loss unapata, you only take a loss ya 1% of your account, not 10, not 5, not 20, not 100, just 1%. 1% imekuwa taken out kwa market, exit the trade, chana nayo, kuja kwa nyingine. Usitake kurecuperate kwa nini kwa market na umekula loss na drawdown yako imekuwa nini. So ndio hizi nimemark hizi ni pay attention to it. But hii demand hii supply. Hii supply kama ile trade ya nini, this supply took out this demand. And umeona kwa hii supply kuna nini? Kuna pia some impulsive na some fair value gap. So mimi personally ningekuja ni trade kwa hii supply, because this supply ili trade with an impulsive move chini, it took out this low, it took out this demand, and this supply hii move ya supply ilifanya the market ama the price ika continue going down. Ni kama hii trade ya hii trade ya EJ, utaona the supply that took out the demand, it's the supply yenye ili hold. Aniko sio ilikuwa EJ, ni EJ. Look at this supply. And nilikuwa pia nimemention hii, nikasema I would trade on this supply because it took out this demand. Sijui alikuwa timu ama sijui ni nani, I don't know. Kuna mtu aliniambia ata trade kwa hii because this is an extreme one. But nikasema I would trade on this supply, why? Because it took out this demand. So hii supply ingine strong.
Ilikuwa ule boy anaitwa Redela. Si unamjua? Redela kitu
Redela by the way. Alisema tiange trade kwa hii because this is extreme one. But aka overlook hii demand yenye ilikuwa taken out. Nakwambia uko na macho, when you pay attention to details kwa market itakuwa rare sana kupata loss. Ndio maana unapata trades za last week mlikula tu loss ya EJ hiyo GBP peke yake. But hizo zingine zenye team alishare and some zenye nilikuwa nimeguzia hapa zote ziliingiana. So pay attention to details, pay attention to what market is printing. Be observant. Usi overlook vitu. Usijifanya tu mazee, mimi hapa hivi just go for the extreme zones ama no. Extreme zones zako sometimes zita hold, especially when the supply and the demand is a strong one. Kuna a strong demand, just the same way kuna a fake BOS, kuna a fake change of character, when kuna a strong highs, kuna strong lows, pia kuna the strong supplies na kuna the strong demands na kuna weak supplies na kuna weak demands. The same concept in apply kwa kila kitu, not just a specific area of forex. So hii supply ili took out this demand, nika trade kwa hii supply, and umeona hii supply imeshuka vizuri. Yeah,
focus. Can I add? Unaona vile tu
kuja kwa hii
kidogo, can I add? You see the same thing ime happen pia kwa AJ. Tulikuwa tunaangalia ni pair gani, Euro USD, when the supply was taken out ikacha a demand, and your demand ilikuwa respected time ya CPI. Look at this AJ, same thing imefanyika. A demand was taken out, it left out a supply. Hiyo supply ilikuwa valid, hiyo shakupatia more confidence. So smart money wata accumulate order zao wapi? Si kwa hiyo supply, because walisha take out this demand. The same thing yenye gentleman alikuwa anasema tuongelee, accumulation, your distribution, hizo stuff zote, it's just the same thing. The same thing ina happen kwa pair nyingine, pia ita happen kwa pair nyingine, but if you train your eyes kuangalia from time to time, it becomes easy. It's basically una spot liquidity, una spot clear zones. Hizo zone inaweza ingia, hizo zones zizingia, hizo zones siko sure about it, you just leave it out. So easy as that.
So minimum acha some key level ya UJ, and I think nikaachia hapo. Kuna hii setup nilikuwa nimepatana kwa nini yangu premium yangu ya USD. Sikuwa nataka kushare, but acha tunishare. Hii setup ya nini? Setup ya premium yangu. Kama mnaona.
USD.
Nitafikia huko, relax bro. So hiyo Euro USD, I don't know when you guys like a group nini aje, but I would go for this mimi nita like hii setup nilishare kwa premium yangu. Na aim is on hii bullish breaker hii, because in breaker ili take out this demand na ika take out this demand, ilikuwa supply but ikakuwa invalidated, so it turned to what? It turned to a bullish breaker. So sell stops zilikuwa hapa, zilikuwa taken out. Yeah, kuna mtu anaongea
hapana, endelea.
No, it's okay. I think hii ni mtaka tu nionyeshe tu, so you guys mnaweza mkanini pia mkaenda mkajiuliza why I didn't. Mtatake screenshot hii nini, mtajisort nayo hii mtakula vizuri, but price ikitaka this high, this nini inakuwa invalidated. So be observant, price ikipull back then look to enter here. Usijaribu kuja kubuy hapa, usijaribu kuja kubuy hapa juu price haitafika hii level. Okay, I think I'm done na hiyo. Acha niguzie hiyo AUD USD. Someone anaongea kuihusu. Yeah, ndio hii. So what was the question? Ulikuwa unataka niguzie? But I think nilikuwa nimenini. Hata I'm very positive. Team alikuwa na same setup hii ya AUDUSD and I think alishare pia na nyinyi. I'm very positive. Unless hakuwa but. So kuna a reversal supply iko hapa. And kuna some imbalance iko hapo, kuna some liquidity to be grabbed iko hapo. This reversal supply created a market structure shift. It took out this higher low. Because kutoka hapo mpaka hapo kulikuwa na a short term uptrend hapa hivi. This market structure shift can validate this higher low. Kaenda. Kisha price imeanza ku pull back and inaelekea that level. So in case price may choose to rally head mpaka kwa hii reversal kisha ishuke ama it may pull back. Now the reason mimi nimechoose hii reversal supply and nikaachana na hii it's because hii supply haiku break any structure. Tunaona hii low haikuwa taken out by this supply. Tanichore ndo uone. Instead what took out that supply ni hii supply yenye kwa hapo. Hii supply yenye kwa hapo ndio ili took out this low. Ili kupatia further confirmation ya price kufanya ku continue going down. So hii supply it's a weak supply. It didn't take out any low.
Focus. Actually hata naona the most
But he
actually most of the momentum mali naona you see to the left there was a demand. To the left.
To the left hook.
No, that's it depend. Rudi side liko. Mali liko umemark.
Mark.
Yeah. So achana hiyo juu. So there was a demand hapa chini. No, achana hiyo juu. Kulikuwa na demand hapa kwa hii price leg. Hebu endelea. Unaona mali ulikuwa umemark your supply and ulikuwa unaongelea enda juu kidogo. You see sio uko juu kabisa, sio juu kabisa. It's still tuko hiyo price leg ndio ulikuwa. Enda chini tena. Then to the left. Left yako sasa. Left yako kuna demand. Juu kidogo. Huoni demand? Mulikuwa kuna imbalance. Okay. Enda hapo then move to your left. Left yako ni gani? Hiyo.
Left yangu ni huku hivi. Huku ni right, huku ni left.
Okay.
So huku ni left, huku ni right.
Mark your swing high ya ile supply yenye ulikuwa unamark.
Hii ama hii.
Hiyo yenye ulikuwa umemark yenye ulikuwa unaongelea sasa hii. Sio ya juu. Unaona mali ulikuwa unaongelea there was a break of structure.
Nimeelewa nimekumbuka.
Yes.
Nimekumbuka kwa manetikia tu. Nilikuwa nimemaki zone pia.
Now move to your left pole tu. There was a demand that price used to fuel ikienda chini.
Hapa.
Juu. Kidogo.
Juu hapa.
Yeah. Now move to the left. Now move to the left pole tu. Yes. You see that demand? Ili fail.
Hapa.
No, ulikuwa umeshika. Hiyo iko juu yake.
Hapa.
Juu kidogo.
Hii.
Yes, hiyo. Hiyo ilikuwa umemark.
Hapa.
Yenye ulikuwa umeshika. Bas, hiyo, usimove, hiyo. That's where price hiyo ndio ilisaidia ku break hii structure to your downside pia. So, ebu ni mark the whole of it.
Alafu pia inakaa tena design ya flip tena.
Exactly.
It look like a flip. If I extend it to this other side, utaona ili mitigate hii nini. Exactly. So, ilikuwa flip tena.
Exactly. Yeah, so that's what I wanted to clarify also.
Nice. So, one of the reason nimesema I would choose this supply over this one. Hii line nanishow. Over this supply. So, there's a buy to sell setup hapa. Now, hii ni nyingine mzuri sana. Setup nyingine mzuri sana. Kuna hii demand iko hapa, kuna liquidity iko hapa, kuna imbalance iko hapa. Price iko clearly inapanda. Unaona? So, in case it pull back, itakuwa to mitigate this liquidity iko hapa, take out this imbalance iko hapa, mitigate this demand, alafu ipande as it heads to this supply iko hapa, this reversal supply, alafu reversal supply itushukishe chini. That is if this price pull back. But this price may decide to rally mpaka to this level hapa. Alafu hii demand inakuwa used later is the price now in a pullback. So this itakuwa a short term demand. So this demand it's valid whether price itakuja saa hizi ama price ita continue kienda juu mpaka ifike kwa hii level. This demand is a valid demand. So this ikikuja price itapanda nayo mpaka hii level. Price ikishuka hivi, then this will be a short term demand ya kumitigate to some range as the price in a pullback continue breaking structure to the downside. Mso wangu wa AUD USD tuko sawa mpaka saa hizi?
Tuko poa.
Sawa. USD I think ni hizo tu zenye nitaguzia.
Wait a minute. Who are you?